Make sure that didn't mess up my... Oh, that's weird. Why'd it take so long to start? Okay. Well, anyway, welcome to my next stream of Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. So we're playing as the Skald. And going the Azata mythic path this time around. My thumbnail, green. Chose the green thumbnail border because Azata has the unique ability to restore the nature in the world wound. And of course a bunch of pictures of the generic animal companions scattered about as well. So I'm going to aim for a menagerie build with my party this time. So as many animal companions as I can thematically fit in my party. If the companion doesn't make sense to have an animal companion, some sort of multi-class, I'm not going to take it. Of course, we'll be playing on core, and additional enemy behaviors. I do like that. I don't know what they all are, but... Hey, Spooky Macchiato! Welcome to the stream. So that does put us on custom, but it's essentially core difficulty, with just one minor difference making it a little more difficult. Or unpredictable? That'd be difficult, depending on what the enemy behaviors are. Because them casting a spell might be better for us than them trying to attack us. We'll be playing as Aasimar, so I'm gonna grab this portrait. I don't think there's a better one for a Skald Aasimar. And it's temporary anyway, because once you hit a certain point in your mythic path, your portrait changes to that, so... It's just to get us to that point. Hey, Temper Rain. So I'm actually still undecided if I want to go Skald or Battle Scion. I know Skald is better. Because the Battle Scion, you lose access to all of your rage powers. And instead you get this Battle Prowess, which lets you share... Well, hold on. You can still select rage powers, it looks like. Yeah, so whenever Battle Scion would gain a rage power from the Skald's rage power ability at 3rd level and every 3 Skald levels thereafter, she can instead choose to gain a teamwork feat for which she meets a prerequisite. So it's basically the same thing. You can just select to go a teamwork feat instead. Now, it does say, the Battle Scion can grant this feat to allies under the effect of Inspired Rage, as long as those allies also meet the prerequisites, but she must expend 3 rounds of Raging Song for each round in which she grants a teamwork feat. So you don't really lose anything besides Bardic Knowledge. But if I don't grab the teamwork feats, I guess there's no reason not to grab this, but... So now I'm split. I mean, Battle Scion just sounds cooler, right? Even the description I think is a little bit cooler. Let's go with Battle Scion. It looks like it just gives us more options. So the Battle Scion possesses a unique mixture of courtly grace alongside martial and magical prowess. She is a warrior poet, as skilled with her words as she is with blades. Battle Scion sometimes rule as queens over courts of brave knights who scour the world championing bold quests. No, I'm going Aasimar this playthrough. I'm going for the most Azata to have ever Azated. Which does require us to go Aasimar. So we get Aasimar Heritage, Light Halo. So Aasimars possess the ability to manifest halos. They can create a light centered on their head at will. By using a halo, they gain a +2 circumstance bonus on saving throws against becoming blinded or dazed. And Celestial Resistance. Aasimars have Acid Resistance 5, Cold Resistance 5, and Electricity Resistance 5. Did I forget to read anything here? Let's look at all the level 1 stuff real quick. So the Battle Scion does lose Bardic Knowledge, which grants a Skald half his class level, a minimum of 1, on all knowledge and lore skill checks. It's pretty useful, but not the end of the world. We get... What is it? Yeah, Skald is proficient with all simple and martial weapons, light, medium armor, and shields, except tower shields. A Skald can cast Skald spells while wearing light or medium armor, and even using a shield without incurring the normal arcane spell failure chance. This does not affect the arcane spell failure chance for arcane spells received from other classes. Like other arcane spellcasters, a Skald wearing heavy armor incurs a chance of arcane spell failure if the spell in question has somatic components. Inspired Rage. This is the bread and butter of the Skald class. So at first level, affected allies gain a +1 bonus to melee attack and damage rolls, and a +1 bonus on will saving throws, but also take a -1 penalty to armor class. Under the effects of Inspired Rage, allies other than the Skald cannot use any ability that requires patience or concentration. At 4th level and every 4 levels thereafter, the song's bonuses on will saves increases by 1. The penalty to armor class doesn't change. At 8th and 16th levels, the song's bonuses to attack and damage increase by 1. Unlike the Barbarian's Rage ability, those affected are not fatigued after the song ends. Bonus feat at level 1, you get one of those options. Scribe Scrolls allows you to craft scrolls during camping. Courtly Presence. At first level, a battle scion's bearing radiates command and presence, allowing her to tower over her opponents in social situations. The battle scion gets a bonus equal to half her character level to persuasion checks made to intimidate, which is important for my build. However, her bardic knowledge ability applies only to knowledge world, which is fine with me. And bardic knowledge, so a Skald gets a bonus equal to half his class level, minimum +1 on knowledge world skill checks. But only knowledge world. Alright, and then for Aasimars, we read all this already. Hey, Duncast. Yeah, you got here right at the character creation. So Aasimars are humans with a significant amount of celestial or other good outsider blood in their ancestry. While not always benevolent, Aasimars are more inclined toward acts of kindness rather than evil. Aasimar heritage can lie dormant for generations, only to appear suddenly in the child of two apparently human parents. Most societies interpret Aasimar births as good omens, though it must be acknowledged that some Aasimars take advantage of the reputation of their kind, brutally subverting the expectations of others with acts of terrifying cruelty or abject banality. Aasimars look mostly human except for some minor physical traits that reveal their unusual heritage. Typical Aasimar features are hair that shines like metal, unusual eye or skin color, or their unearthly marks of beauty. Yeah, it was okay. Alright, and for this playthrough, we'll be doing the Muse-touched Azata Blooded. Because we're going the Azata, of course. The Muse Touch epitomize freedom and joy, and travel the world to liberate less fortunate individuals. Azata Blooded Aasimars have a +2 racial bonus to dexterity and charisma, and a +2 racial bonus to persuasion and mobility checks, and can use the Glitter Dust spell once per day. That's pretty good, I do like Glitter Dust. As far as this goes, I was thinking about the Hermit. I don't think there was another one that stood out. I'm going to double check real quick. Maybe the Courtier, which would be a little redundant with the Persuasion. I think that works with the Battle Scion. So yeah, let's do the Courtier instead. So Courtier adds Persuasion and Trickery to the list of her class skills. She also becomes proficient with Rapiers and Bucklers. 3 of those 4 things don't matter. So, just the Trickery being added to the class skills is worth it, though. It is going to be a Strength build. We're going to go for an Intimidate build. We can't get to 20, unfortunately, because I have the 2 to Dexterity, which is also fine. Especially since we can only wear medium armor, or up to medium armor. So we still get that Dexterity bonus applied. Then all of that into Charisma, and 2 points into Constitution. So we only have the 2 points. Persuasion and I'm not sure if I want to go athletics or mobility. I could go trickery. Yeah, congratulations, man. Yeah, my fourth was okay. I didn't do anything... Actually, I mostly just recovered. Because the day before was really rough on me. My bigger bonus is to athletics, so maybe I'll just do athletics. Okay, and level 1, I still haven't decided which weapon I'm going to go. I'm thinking a hand axe. But that's subject to change, because I also teased the idea of using a star knife to really lean into the whole, Desna, Azata playthrough. But regardless, I can choose Lingering Performance at level 1 and get more bang for a buck out of our Inspire Rage. So Lingering Performance, the effects of your Bardic Performance carry on even after you have stopped performing. Benefit, the bonuses and penalties from your Bardic Performance continue for 2 rounds after you cease performing. Any other requirements, such as range or specific conditions, must still be met for the effect to continue. If you begin a new Bardic Performance during this time, the effects of the previous performance immediately cease. Now this does say Bardic Performance, it doesn't say Inspire Rage for the Skald. I assume it still works, so we'll grab it. And this is our bonus feat. These aren't bad. I might do Extend Spell. Well, maybe not at level 1. Because our spellbook is pretty limited. Combat casting isn't terrible. But I should be on the second line most of the time. So I'm not actually sure. I mean, we can grab Extend Spell for later. No, I don't plan on doing jokes. I'm going to mostly be attacking. I'm just using my Skald for buffs. That's why I think Extend Spell is probably the best. Let's go ahead and grab that. Alright, first up. I mean, Grease is a fantastic level 1 spell. So I'll probably grab that anyway. We don't get Enlarged Person here. I think Remove Fear is thematically good for a Skald. I feel like a Skald song would bolster your allies' courage. Yeah, I'm trying to find stuff that fits thematically. I think Grease is fine too. Alright, then of course here we're going to worship Desna. Right past her. The Desna, also known as the Great Dreamer, Lady Luck, and Mother Moon, the goddess of dreams, luck, stars, and travelers, is among the most ancient of deities. While her peers burdened themselves with the task of creating Galarian, she spent her time building the heavens. She knew that there would be plenty of time for her and her followers to explore the many wonders of the world later. She's changed little since those earlier days, and she and her followers delight in exploring the world. So domains chaos, good, liberation, luck, and travel. Favorite weapon, Star Knife. And I guess chaotic good is fine. Body type. Stick with that. I go for a paler complexion, I think. No scars, then eye color. What do we got? Oh, I think blue for Desna. And Azata. I can make a good Skald beard. There's a bigger beard. That looks too wizardy. So we'll go with this one. And go with the blue color again for the Skald Desna playthrough. War paint. Is there any war paint that I want? I'm thinking no. I'm going for more of a Nordic aesthetic, which works out because the default outfit has that kind of aesthetic already. We could go with this. I think more blue might be overkill. Oh no, it kind of stands out. Stands on its own. No, I don't think that looks very good. Like clothes color. I keep seeing the ads for it and it just doesn't appeal to me. I think white for a good secondary color on this. I feel like the blue and the white, very dream-esque. I think maybe my hair color should be a darker blue. There we go, that looks pretty good. And maybe the eye color. Is there a darker blue available for that? Lighter blue. That's as dark as it gets, it looks like. Again, I'm just leaning fully into the, Azata theme. Azata blooded. Worships Desna, of course, blue and white. Yeah. In fact, turn off our clothes real quick, and there's a butterfly tattoo you can get. If I remember right. There it is. I think you can get one with, so let's remember 8. You can get one on both sides too. Maybe not. It's alright. It's a shame you can't put it on your lower back. There we go.
We do it my way.
That's way you
Forwards!
I shall not falter.
Adventures away.
Everyone counts on me.
I lead.
We will be victorious.
So it comes to this.
Time's not waiting.
Let's hear you cry.
You're done for.
Defeat is not an option.
Forwards! No, backwards.
This will hurt.
I won't give up.
A solid plan.
Let us be off.
Try to find the most melodious of the voice packs, but
Spell's not working like that.
This will hurt. I didn't even break a sweat. Someone else would make better use of it.
And
I can find better.
I will guide.
I think pragmatic
We will be victorious.
or brave.
We cannot be defeated.
My favorite Mythic Path so far has been Legend. I've only played through 2 full Mythic Paths, and most of a third one. Or I guess halfway through a third one. I just started a 4th one.
Forwards!
Time's not waiting.
I think pragmatic. It's got a softer sound to it, which I think is more fitting for a Skald. Oh yeah, and my name is Don McLean. Anybody gets that reference? And Desnas.
This will hurt.
Alright, I'm happy with this. Yeah, that's why I don't select that one. It's, it definitely stands out of the other voice packs. Alright, I think we're ready to start. I don't think I missed anything. You guys kept distracting me with your commentary. Alright, let's rock and roll. I still can't get over how they just throw you on the ground.
Hey, somebody! We got a wounded fighter. Can we get a healer over here?
Like, what if I had a broken neck or, you know, vertebrae?
My, would you look at this? But why would you drag a wounded fighter into the middle of the festival square? Couldn't he be carted off somewhere else, like, oh, I don't know, an infirmary? Or an accommodating ditch?
Make room, everyone. Step back. Now, what's the matter? What happened to him? The wound looks nasty. Who did this to him?
Demons, Prelate. We found him barely alive outside the walls of Canabris.
The walls, you say? Enemy doesn't usually stray so close to the city. Must fortify the defenses. And you, hold fast. Don't die. We'll see you right. We'll get you patched up now. But first, you there, guard. Take his weapons. Bearing arms is not permitted during the festival. Wounded or not, everyone must abide by the rules. He can get his things back after the festival. O Inheritor, leader of our troops, the sharpened edge of our blades and the unyielding strength of our armor, Iomade, I beseech you, grant your mercy. Heal his wounds.
I like Darren's voice. I'm gonna be overdramatic. Let me die.
None of that now. We need every pair of hands we can get in this city. We'll get you back on your feet, and you'll have the chance to seek vengeance.
See, your first taste of Holrune is a very positive one. But you learn he turn. What am I trying to say? It doesn't turn sour. It goes south very quick.
My powers are not enough here. Someone call for Terendelev. You there! Yes, you! Stop dithering and gawping and make yourself useful! Go and get Terendelev!
So I almost think that him seeing Terendelev get cut down by Daskari kind of breaks something inside of him, and he gets a lot worse. Now we've learned, of course, that he was always kind of been like that because he burned Ember at this on a pyre. But again, you think he'd be a lot more suspicious of me right here, right now, but he says this stuff up here. I don't know. He's definitely a nuanced character.
Prelate, surely there is somebody else here better suited to running errands.
I'll get her! Terendelev! Has anyone seen Terendelev?
Be quick about it before it's too late! Now, who are you? I don't remember seeing you before, and I have an excellent memory for faces.
I'm Don McLean.
That's the first I've heard of that name. Who are you, then? What's your business in the city?
Well, I mean, he's not without flaw, but I mean, Seela can't detect evil either. She, in fact, every opportunity she has, she fails, or messes it up. It's true, he should be suspicious of the guards, but I think just us being on the stretcher is probably enough to distract him, though, considering his occupation, it shouldn't be. But yeah, he should recognize any of the guards. There's a couple, I think, minor plot holes there that aren't explained throughout the campaign.
My dear prelate, please, for the sake of the festivities, stop interrogating this poor man. He has been through enough already. Go on. I'll take care of him.
All right, as you wish. You are our protector, and a dragon at that. So I shall defer to your wisdom. But be on your guard. I've been informed he was wounded near Canabris. That means the demons are prowling just outside the walls, and the city is crawling with their spies. Others may be able to relax on this holiday, but not you or I. Not the defenders of this city.
Yeah, I don't like this bit of dialogue. I mentioned it in the Let's Play I just started too, but it's just, the exposition, it hurts. 1 second, I gotta change something in my title, because I'm not doing Skald, I'm doing Battle Scion. Which I was split about, up until I made the decision. But I think Battle Scion is the same thing as a regular Skald. Hey, thanks Shadow Snake. Or Shadow Snicky? Welcome. Feel free to go check out the community tab and look at some pictures of my pets. And my parents' pets. Yeah, this drives me up a wall right here. There's better ways to do it.
Pry loose the grudging grip of pain. Cast off the veil of suffering flesh. Let light and life go forth in triumph to repel the skulking shade of death. There.
Thank you for helping me.
I accept your thanks. But my work is not yet done.
Who are you?
My name is Terendelev. I am the protector of the city.
Are you really a dragon?
You don't believe me? Perhaps I should retake my true form and engulf this square with my ice breath to win your trust. Pay no mind to my current guise. I appear this way when I walk among the people. I would hamper the festivities if I tried to attend in my true form.
I mean, that's true, but I feel like it's more tastefully done in those games. Like, you ask questions and get responses, where here, Overrun just out of the blue says, you know, like, she obviously knows she's a dragon and the protector of the city. He doesn't need to tell Terendelev that. It's fine if he tells us that. Like, they could say instead, go fetch Terendelev, maybe her dragon magic will be more, you know, useful to heal this guy than my magic. There's more subtle ways to incorporate that exposition. I'm not saying it's bad, the exposition is bad, just the way that one was handled, I don't like. What happened to me?
I do not know yet, and that troubles me. I am not entirely sure what the demons did to you. This wound is no ordinary injury, and it was inflicted by no ordinary weapon. I have rid you of your pain and restored your strength, but only time will allow you to heal fully.
I don't know, right now I'm doing 2. Well, technically I'm doing 3 playthroughs, because the Gold Dragon one's in hiatus until they decide about the added content for that Mythic Path. Yeah, I try to stream fairly often. It's going to cut back a little bit in about a week and a half. I still aim to stream at least once a week with my upcoming schedule change. Can I go?
Certainly, but be careful. I have managed to get you back on your feet, but I have not healed you fully. Alas, sooner or later, your pain will return.
Yeah, I made a similar joke in my recent Let's Play, Matthew. I hope she lives a long and fruitful life.
But do not be discouraged. You will recover, I promise you that. Tomorrow, come to the cathedral and say that you are expected by Terendelev, protector of Canabris. We will find a way to help you. But for now, put this out of your mind and enjoy the festival. They are all too rare in this time of war, and merriment is one of the best medicines.
Or Terenda left her life behind. Alright, Day of the City. Little social.
I'll go ahead. I know the way.
Yeah, I missed Ramian in my Let's Play as well. I thought I got all the named NPCs. I swear I always missed at least one when I go through this area.
Follow my lead.
I were a Skald, I should probably drink instead. In fact, I should have drank and then brawled with this thing. That's more Skald than darts. I don't know, I'm not an expert on dragon relations.
Lord of Locusts, leave my city!
Let the feast begin!
Discari's here. Discari himself. Blimey! One minute we had a dragon, the next, bam, she was gone. What are you gonna do? Fight or flee? If fleeing's your plan, let me help you out. I've got a scroll here with a good protective spell.
I don't think there's any way for Holrun to predict or prevent this attack anyway. As soon as the ward stone dropped its ward, the demons can teleport in. There's no way for him to defend against that. Now, he could have listened to the Desdens. So, he's still partially at fault. But I don't know if the Desdens could have prevented it anyway. They could have repaired the ward stone. I've seen you somewhere before.
Yeah, you have. You owe me your life. I'm the one who found you outside the walls and brought you inside to be healed. I see they patched you up. Good thing they did it before the attack, or else you'd have been done for.
Who is Discari?
You must have got a good drubbing round the head, brother. Discari's a demon lord, the most fearsome enemy of all crusaders and all living things, come to think of it.
What's the situation in the city?
Who knows? Everything's on fire, crashing down around our ears. Place is crawling with demons. Looks like a whole army attacked the city. We're sitting ducks!
Care to lend me a weapon? I'll try to fight the demons.
Sure thing. Here, take this. Best crossbow I've got. The person who made it said it could pierce the hide of a demon lord even.
Well, maybe not the crossbow, but the bolt.
Good luck! Try not to get eaten now!
I don't think most dretches can talk. He's a bit of a special case. Since he's a different demon in a dretch body.
A mortal gnat snaps its jaws at the Lord of Locusts. Behold, Iomade. Behold the death I sow.
He's actually a Diracni, I think is what it's called. and Dretch's body.
The silver dragon, Terendelev, the defender of Canabras, fell in battle. Hardly surprising, as she had to fight the demon lord Discari himself. He willed the land to part and swallow all who dared to stand in his way. But the war was still far from over.
Now, I do like to imagine that Dretches sound like the orcs from Warhammer 40k. Also, I wouldn't say Terendelev is the worst dragon. I mean, she was up against a demon lord. She's a little outclassed here. Featherfall? Wonder where that came from.
As it should be.
Oh, holy mother of...
No, I've never had to use Toy Box anyway, because I've never had any major issues with the game. I had one problem with Rogue Trader, but both the Pathfinder games, I haven't had any bugs that required Toy Box or anything to fix. And I don't mind buffing. I find it kind of therapeutic.
Hey, stay with me. You actually got pretty lucky. You fell down into a black hole. But at least you're not on your own. You've got a great companion. Everything's going to be just fine. Tell me something. Can you feel your legs?
I feel them all right. When say no to a little less feeling in them. My ankle's killing me, but my back seems to still be in one piece. My head, too.
That's all that matters. Now, we're going to... Hey! Fancy meeting you down here. You're the one that Terendelev healed today, right? You aren't injured, are you? Will you help me get her out from under the boulders?
I hate asking this, but I like having more voice acting, so why should we help her?
What kind of a question is that? We should help her because we're crusaders, not animals or demons. That's why.
Alright, hold on. We're gonna get you out from under there.
Damn it all. I think it's broken. Oh well, I've had worse. I'll just make myself a splint out of something. Thanks for the help. I wouldn't have lasted long on my own stuck under there. I'm Anevia Tirabade, of the Eagle Watch. I was overseeing security at the festival square. I thought maybe spies or demon worshippers might have something nasty planned. What actually happened though, now that I did not see coming. I don't think anyone could have been prepared for that.
Well, I'm Sela, paladin by the grace of Iomade. I crossed the whole continent to come to Mendev and fight demons. And well, I've been fighting for a while now. I don't even want to think what might be happening up there in the city. Canabras has lost the protection of Terendelev, and of the Wardstone too, looks like. It's a relic without equal. It was placed here personally by Iomede's herald, with the goddess's blessing. I really wanted to go see it, to pray before it. But there's no point worrying about a stone when there are people dying in the streets.
Yeah, things are looking grim enough, but don't lose heart. Wardstone or no, dragon or no, Canabras will never give in. Simple as. Well, we've introduced ourselves. What about you?
I'm a traveler. I just wound up here by chance.
Call me superstitious if you want, or maybe cynical. But I just don't believe in chance or coincidences.
How many stories around the tavern table have started with those very words?
Right enough. I have this habit, see, anytime somebody starts yakking about blind chance, it always turns out that the thing was as far from a quirk of fate as you could want. Sorry, don't take it personal, like.
Yeah, they could have fallen down like a different area or maybe tumbled down the side instead of straight down, so they survived.
Now then, I'll hobble my way out of here somehow. The city ain't far, only 30 paces or so. That's if you're going straight up, of course. I'm afraid we're gonna have to go the long way round.
I was about to say, maybe Sela landed on the rocks that Nevia got crushed by.
To summarize, there are 3 of us with 5 working legs, 3 pairs of decent hands, 2 clear heads, and 1 made of wood. That's mine. Underground monsters beware! Anevia, you stay behind us. You're in no fit state to fight. If we do come up against anything, the 2 of us will try to manage on our own first. Well, onward! May the good deities lead us back to the open skies soon.
No mistakes. That is not far.
Alright, get some goodies here. I do plan on using hand axes as of right now, so I use a battle axe currently.
I'll go ahead.
Who's there?
Relax, friend. We're not demons or cultists. Don't poke my eye out with that thing, all right? We fell down here during the attack. I'm Sela, that's Anevia, and this is our new friend. We're looking for a way back to the surface.
Really? I'm so ever glad to hear it. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Camellia. I was also in the square when... I can scarcely believe it. How did all those demons get into the city? I thought, naively it now seems, that the Wardstone protected us from attack. And Terendelev, I can't wrap my head around it.
Not many can withstand a strike from a demon lord. Not even Terendelev.
I can't argue with that. We're fortunate to be alive, albeit underground.
Discari himself has come to Canabras. There's no mistaking that ugly mug. Terendelev tried to fight him, but what could she do against a near deity? Even the Wardstone was no help. Our city used to be protected by powerful forces, but now...
We've seen how powerless they truly are. Henceforth, we shall have no one but ourselves to rely on, I suppose.
Tell me more about yourself.
Who am I? Just an ordinary citizen who decided to take a stroll through the square on the day of the festival. But that's not what you wish to know, is it? You most likely wish to know whether I'll be a burden should you ask me to join your group. No need to worry about that. I can assure you that I am skilled with a rapier, and I also possess some knowledge of magic.
What happened to this poor man? Who is he?
I don't know. He must have been in the square when disaster struck. I tried to revive him, but he was already dead, sadly.
He didn't get these wounds from the fall. Be on your guard. Whatever killed him likely hasn't gone far.
How astute.
Hang on. I think I know him. His name's Aravashniel, the egghead from the library. He was a good lad, even if he was kind of stuck up. May his soul rest in peace.
You want to join us?
Certainly. Survivors should stick together. It's only sensible. Who knows what else could be prowling about in these caves?
Alright, we need to keep moving. There must be a way back to the surface somewhere around here.
That's right. It would be the height of foolishness to survive a demon attack only to perish under a pile of rubble.
Let's see if this poor bloke has anything useful on him. Not to sound like a heartless brigand or nothing, but we kinda need all the supplies we can get right now.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
We will win this war.
I know what to do.
Rely on me.
Focus on the goal. Time's not
I'll
waiting.
watch your back.
Our victory is certain.
Oh, that's right. It's only melee and attack rolls, not strength. I don't know why I gave you strength. I thought that.
Save the last one for me.
I know the way. Let's try
They
this
will
way.
break against our resolve.
Follow my lead.
Hey, rolled a 7. That's pretty good.
As it should be. We will be
Contact
victorious.
wide open.
This will hurt.
I mean, I should be tanking with my Skald because we have the Celestial Resistance.
Ready for anything.
A little closer so we can charge.
I am prepared.
A bright future awaits us.
I heed the voice of the spirits. The heartbeat quickens.
That is not far.
Poor Lan had to watch us cut this guy down. That's alright, we'll make it up to him this playthrough.
No, I can't just walk away. It's got to be here somewhere. Wenduog!
Lan, did you find it? Who is that?
Kingmaker didn't have a darkness mechanic. Did it? I don't think that it did.
The do-gooders here to save our mongrel souls,
Celasta
no
did.
doubt. Wait. They might know what's going on up there.
Demons are laying waste to Canabras.
If things are as bad as you say, then we all have to hurry.
You didn't come from the direction of the shield maze. Damn it. I couldn't care less about what's happening on the surface, but the maze.
I realize that you guys have your own troubles, but we need to be in Canabras. People are dying up there. Please, show us the way out.
I never used torches in Kingmaker. It did just fine. I remember there being a darkness mechanic in that game. Now, it's been a while since I played. Who are you? Tieflings?
Tieflings are the descendants of people who sullied themselves by mating with demons. Our ancestors would never sink that low. We are the underground crusaders, the children of the Crusade's finest.
Because besides the Fangberry Cave, I didn't use torches for the rest of the game.
Sadly, underground crusaders is a bit of a mouthful, so people usually just call us mongrels.
You just love repeating that, don't you, Lan? Mongrels. That's what the Uplanders call us. But we call ourselves Neathers.
There also wasn't any debuffs on your character sheet when you're underground or in caves or anything.
No matter what you call us, it's not gonna stop our horns, hooves, or tails from growing.
Like on your actual attack rolls, or just as far as it being dark? Like literally the light of the game, or are you talking about mechanically? Well, you said light mechanics, and that I interpret that as like it affects your combat. I get what you're saying now. I've never heard of Underground Crusaders before.
In Canabras, they're called Mongrels. People say that they come up to the surface at night and eat anyone foolish enough to wander alone after midnight. To tell you the truth, I thought you guys were just a tale to tell kids at night.
That's human gratitude for you. Our forefathers suffered the consequences of demonic corruption, all to protect Mendev and Golarion. And for what? So we could become monsters used to frighten children.
I think Baldur's Gate 3 handled the darkness mechanic the best, because you'd have actual, like, the game would actually light up depending on what you're using. Like if you had dark vision, like the character you controlled, the perception would change. Same if you use like a torch or the light spell or whatever.
Every mongrel has their own take on it. Our chief, for example, thinks of us as something like a reserve military force. He thinks we're standing by until the moment we're needed, and when we emerge on the surface and save the day, all the people will see how good we are and they'll love us for it. Yeah, he leaves that last part out when he talks about it, of course, but it's easy enough to read between the lines.
Now, I do like games that have a proper light system in place. So, like, Solasta has one, Baldur's Gate 3, Outward. Skyrim has the potential for it. Because it has, like, you know, torches, and then you have the Night Eye. I think they got rid of the Night Eye spell in Skyrim, but the Khajiit have it as a racial ability. There may be a potion for it. There might be a helmet or something that gives it to your character. Like, the Khajiit ability, for whatever reason, only lasts for like 30 or 60 seconds in that game. You don't really need it because none of the caves are really that dark. I like having to weigh the decision of using either like another weapon, a shield, or a torch to see. Just a really cool mechanic. There you go, dragon. What is this place?
This is the hall where we remember the glory of our forebears. Sorry about the mess. It doesn't usually look like this, trust me. Sometimes we even wipe the dust off the exhibits.
Yeah, both magical and natural darkness. Which Solasta had both as well. And then the magical darkness, there was a I'm gonna have words with that guy. He lives a few houses down from me and decides he just wants to rev up in front of my house, and my wife is trying to put the kid to sleep. He sees my car. I don't know if he's trying to call me out or something, but that's just disrespectful.
This is where the relics of the first Crusaders are displayed. Our lives are short. Our glories are quickly forgotten. But this place helps us to remember that we are just as worthy as anyone else, and that our lives are not lived in vain.
I don't remember the House of Grief. I remember the fight, but I blitzed through it pretty quick. I don't know if most enemies had a chance to cast Darkness or not. May have been one or two castings of it.
The first Crusaders? You've been down here that long? That's crazy.
What are you doing here?
That's none of your
We're looking for a holy sword. It was here, in the center, sticking out of a rock. The sooner we find it, the better. Some kids from our tribe took off for the shield maze. They figured it had collapsed, and now it's their time to go up to the surface, like all the legends foretold. Except they don't have a clue what's waiting for them up there. They're not fighters. And Saul, the chief of our tribe, is dead set against it. He says that now isn't the time for the underground crusaders to take up arms. If we get the Holy Sword, we might be able to change the chief's mind.
It's a fool's errand. None of us will be able to hold the sword, let alone use it to save anyone. It's not an ordinary weapon. It's made from righteous heavenly flame and will burn anyone who touches it. Do you think you're special, Lan?
I'll pick it up with my teeth and tie it to my hand if I have to. It doesn't matter. An angel's sword and a troop of stalwart mongrels will be able to work a minor miracle. Speaking of which, you're still here, Wendu, which means that deep down, you know it's possible.
Maze. Does it really lead to the surface?
Yes. There are other ways up, but they are far from here, and after the earthquakes, there's a good chance they've collapsed. But the maze... There's a legend among our people that when the walls of the maze fall, that will be a signal for us, the underground crusaders, that the time has come to go up to the surface and fight the demons in the final confrontation. Until then, the people say the maze is shielding us from taking rash actions. I'm the only one in our whole tribe to have been in the maze. And even I don't know if it's true. But the further I went in the maze, the fresher the air became. That means that it really must lead to the surface.
Yep, 2 playthroughs at the same time. Technically 3, because the Gold Dragon one is still technically in progress. But I want to knock out all the mythic paths. I've, there's a finite amount of time, so gotta get it done.
When the ceiling and walls started shaking, the young ones in our tribe lost their heads. They figured the maze was going to collapse, so it was time to go up to the surface. They grabbed whatever weapons were on hand and ran off toward the maze. They think the maze is no longer a danger to them. They've been listening to Wendwog too much.
Don't try to blame this on me. Yes, I told them that our people are capable of making our way through the maze. In the future. But I always told them to wait until I had made a map of all the maze's dangers. I warned them 100 times. But it was no use. My words just went in one ear and out the other.
It'll speed up a bit once we're past all the voice acting, because I usually click through all the other dialogue that I've read before. I won't stop and read the Mythic Path exclusive stuff or anything exclusive to my class or race. I don't like skipping through the voice acting. Sword of Holy Flame. How did it wind up down here?
It came here with its owner. A long time ago. 50,000 gongs to be precise.
70 years ago, in Uplander time.
50,000 gongs ago, our forebears found a dead angel here, along with the bodies of his comrades. The tribe gave them a dignified burial, and they were laid to rest with their weapons. But the flaming angelic sword was stuck in a rock, and no one was able to pull it out. It burned to the touch, like real fire. So the rock was placed over the angel's grave. It should be here somewhere.
That's funny, I've been teaching my kid to sing Ding Dong. We watched videos of bells, like church bells ringing. She just recently started singing and like memorizing songs. Well, I'll take that back. She did it a while back. We took her to a play group, and they do like a few songs, and she did a Zumbini class. She had some of those songs stuck in her head. But now she's like randomly singing them. Like more complex songs, I guess.
Maybe the angel will dig himself out and find the sword for us. That might be our best shot in this chaos.
Lan, watch your tongue.
Well, we'll find the sword faster if we work together. I'll help you.
Thanks. An extra pair of eyes can only help. The sword will be easy enough to spot. It looks, swordy. Help us, and in return, we'll get you out of here.
Now we're talking. Let's get to work. It's a good thing we all bumped into each other, isn't it?
What, you want to find the sword quickly so the underground monsters bring you back to the surface? So be it.
Alright.
I'll go ahead.
I found...
I am helpful.
Something.
Am I not?
I know the way.
No, what is that? What do we have here?
Follow my lead.
Now what is that? What do we have here? Now what is that?
And the book events I'll click through as well. There's not that much variation in them. Now if there's some exclusive to my Mythic Path, I'll read those. We're a Skald. Rage is kind of our thing, so we're going to fiercely call out to the traders here. Oh, -1. We'll go with this one. Alright, punish evildoers and traitors.
Hey! Are you alright? You were kinda glowing just now.
That was it. The light of heaven. But how?
What did you do with it? Where did it go?
You saw it too. Traitors, the dying girl.
It's only us here. Your group, you, me, Wendu, and the light of heaven that sort of got, sucked into you? Any chance you can whip it out again? We do kinda need it. Sorry, I crack jokes when I get nervous. And when I'm upset. And when I'm happy. Anyway, what I said, it came out wrong. We need to bring you to Chief Sull. You can show everyone the light of heaven, we'll rally the tribe and go into the maze, and we'll get back our kin.
See, he says this before he knows I can control the light of heaven.
And what if he can't make it happen a second time? What then? The tribe will just say we're crazy and turn its back on us.
Oh, that's impossible, Matthew. My main character has 18 strength, so he's already very buff. I think I saw the memories of Lauriel, the angel who died here.
Lauriel? That really was Lauriel? The angel from the legends. The ancestors even got his name right on the gravestone. The chief will be thrilled.
You. Thousands of gongs and no one's been able to touch it, and now you, an ordinary creature of flesh and blood no different to us, get the sword and start talking about visions.
Well, I am an Aasimar.
Now, Wentuog, don't be a sore loser. He is clearly different from us. The sword appeared before him, along with the angel's name
it's not.
and all that other stuff.
I mean, with a lot of
Because
reloading,
he
maybe.
doesn't carry our mongrel taint. Heaven doesn't give a damn how special we are. We're born with evil inside us. Heaven doesn't need to know any more than that.
Maybe if you played with a party full of cavaliers and charged into every battle, taking out like at least one enemy per fight. Even then, there's some fights I just don't think you could handle without buffs. On core and above, anyway. Like it'd be a slog.
I know you're willing to tear anyone apart to uphold our people's honor, but you and Sull, you just refuse to face the truth. We are the way we are because our ancestors' bodies were corrupted by the Abyss. It does the same thing to plants and animals. There's nothing heroic or special about it. It doesn't make us better, and it doesn't make us worthier.
I don't think he calls it out. I played through it as a tiefling for my Gold Dragon run. I don't remember there being unique dialogue from land here. Alright, I reveal the light of heaven. It seems I can control it.
That is just... wow, I mean, that's amazing! Heaven has truly blessed you.
This power is the most majestic thing I've ever seen in all my life. Is this what the sun is like, Lan?
I mean, 'cause you need some buffs. Because enemies' stats get so bloated. You need buffs to have a chance to hit them without relying on just rolling 20s over and over again. And without Death Ward, I mean, you're going to be in for a bad time anyway. Death Ward is, I'd say, the essential buff.
Yes, it's similar. But this light is more golden. Chief Saul needs to see this. Now that we have the power of angels on our side, he can't say no. He'll have to assemble a troop to storm the maze. You Uplanders care about your kids, right? Help us save ours. Without them, we won't survive. And then, the perils of the maze won't be so bad if we go together. We'll make our way through it and find the way to Canabras.
Because it's the name of the musician that made the song American Pie. It's a reference to the musician, since I'm a Skald that sings. Lead us to your chief and I'll decide if I'm going to help you or not.
Let's go. We'll take the short route. Well, the only route, really.
Alright, got a little buff from that event. And it should be, I think, Bless, right?
We have here?
Oh, it's Heroism.
Forget it. The mongrel did it.
Another new playthrough. My Paladin playthrough is an actual Let's Play. I'm streaming through the other
Open your heart to me. You
Mythic
I will
Paths.
help where I can.
I know what to do.
Can't give them all a proper Let's Play because I'd never finish.
I'll prove
Meditate
I'm
on your
the best.
mistakes. It might make you feel better.
I crave your commands.
Always be ready for the worst.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Nice. It's true. Gotta eat a lot of pie because it's always bulking season.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan. Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
I have not played a Don Diego. Alright, let's use my last Inspire Rage for this fight.
The mongrel did it.
As it should be. No mistakes.
No reason to pause.
Well,
Together,
Focus on the goal.
they will break against our resolve.
No match for me.
so this is how it feels.
I'll just sit here. Don't worry
That's
about
not going super well. Even with more buffs than I usually carry into this fight.
I'll watch your back.
We got a little roughed up.
Matricium Turinos. Matricium Turinos.
What's that there?
That is not far.
A perception check for the skeleton? I thought I could see it before the perception check.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Well, I'm gonna multi-class Scylla into Insider. I think I'm only gonna take one level of it. Just for the taunt.
Rely on me.
Time's not waiting.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
You'll make a fine trophy.
A calculated risk. This should do it. I'll go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Yet another obstacle.
Let's try this way.
Something.
This will hurt.
I'll just sit here. Don't worry about me.
I'm actually going to give that shield to my main character. Oh, you're missing out, man. Act 2 and Act 3, well, I don't know, I really like Act 1, Wrath of the Righteous. I missed some loot back here. Do I get it when I walk through here? I don't remember. I don't think you can come back out of this. Let's go back and grab that real quick. I'm sure it's nothing worth really going back for, but I won't leave loot behind. It might be possible, since I'm going to have quite a few animal companions in this run.
You're so awesome, Lan.
A few multi-classes planned. I missed loot here too. Glad I came back. It is tedious, but I really enjoy the challenge of it. Like, you don't get into rhythm, it's not like the same thing over and over again. It's a struggle, and you have to really use the resources that you have to get through it.
As it should be. Ready for anything? I am prepared.
I'm not following the character.
I know what to do.
We will win this war.
I heed the voice
all
of the
ears.
spirit.
You deserve my obedience.
Well, this didn't go well.
That is not far. I need to concentrate. Becoming distracted leads to becoming dismembered.
Yeah, because it must have reset at some point, because it used to follow. I guess it'd be under game. You think under game settings, right? Are there camera settings, combat text, dialogue? Maybe under controls, general, party, dialogue, action bar. Enable the camera to follow characters. It is on. Let's try resetting it.
Focus on the goal.
Yeah, still not following. I noticed it when I started my Gold Dragon run. It wasn't working some of the time. Yes, this character's an Aasimar.
I'll go ahead.
Specifically Muse Touched or Azata Blooded for the Azata run. Of course, I'm going to show the light of heaven. I'm all about inspiring my companions. So specifically, I like the Skald for the Azata run because I like to think that he sees it, along with his companions, the desecration that the world wound and the demons have done to nature in this area, in this region of Golarion, and that makes them angry. It's almost like the last march of the Ents in the Two Towers film. So we're gonna have a whole menagerie with us. Most of my companions, I think, will have animal companions, with a few exceptions. Only if it makes sense, though, with the character and their classes.
I know the way.
So, Lan, I'm probably going to make into a hunter. I think the tandem executioner makes a lot of sense for him. You can also make an argument for the disabled company marine, but I'm doing that in my current Let's Play.
Follow my lead.
In this run, I'll give him a... I'll make him into the tandem executioner, and I think give him a monitor lizard as a companion. I want to give him one of the creatures that lives in the caves, because he no longer is forced to eat them all the time, because he won't be starving. So he can instead befriend the creatures he was forced to eat all the time. Also, I like Lan using a short bow. My past two runs, my original run and my Trickster run, I gave him a long... Well, he didn't survive the Trickster run, but he had a long bow. I think because he hunted in the caves, a short bow makes more sense. I also think a short bow makes more sense for the Sable Company Marine, because you have to use the bow while mounted on the Hippogriff. And I feel like a long bow is a little bit more unwieldy when mounted. And it really works out because there's a short bow in Act 4, I think, that's really good for animal companions. Oh, sorry, it's the Azata Blooded, or the Muse-Touched Aasimar. It's the one that gives you +2 to Dexterity and +2 to Charisma and Glitter Dust. Yeah, I should get, I'm assuming we'll get it with, Arsino, but I'm not sure. It's usually with someone of your race that you get that dialogue with. So, like, with the Dampier, you get it with, the Tavern Keeper at the Defender's Heart. Horgus Worm talks about you being a human. What else did I play? Tiefling. I think, might be Woljif or Charisma that talks about you being a Tiefling. Uh-huh. That's a good joke, Matthew. That's one of the situations where I wouldn't mind having a camera on my videos. I was shaking my head no while I said that. But 99% of the time it's not worth it, since I'm mostly reading dialogue out loud.
As it should be.
I'm not sure what my reading face looks like, and no one needs to see it regardless. Yeah, but it gives you time to knock out some of the Crusade relics.
That is not far.
But if you're in Azata, you don't have to worry about it.
I'll go ahead.
$13 likes on the video, on the stream? I have no idea. I think it's a little above average for my typical streams. I have a few more viewers than average. They have been hitting like 20, it's up to 32 right now.
I know the way. Follow my lead.
Alright, let's go shop with Dyra, then we'll level up and then rest up. I think the only thing I'm going to buy from Dyra is all of her health potions. And of course sell all of her stuff so we're a bit lighter for the upcoming dungeon. Why am I missing money? Something I forgot to sell? I can only have like 700 and something gold here after I buy these. Because it's like 1200 and something. Yeah, Abadar and Goran both give her extra dialogue. Alright, next level of Battle Scion. We get Well-Versed. At second level, the Skald becomes resistant to sonic effects. The Skald gains a +4 bonus on saving throws made against bardic performance, as well as all sonic effects. Doesn't come up often, but when it does, this is very good to have. Because what's the bardic song that fascinates everybody? That can be absolutely brutal. I think that comes up once or twice in this campaign, and it came up once in Kingmaker's campaign with the Beneath the Stolen Lands expansion. And it was the hardest fight, if I recall right, besides the spawn of Robogug itself. We also get a Skald talent. As a Skald gains experience, he learns a number of talents that aid him and confound his foes. At second level, a Skald gains a Rogue talent, as a Rogue class feature of the same name. At 7th level and every 5 levels thereafter, the Skald gains an additional Rogue talent. The Skald cannot select a Rogue talent that modifies the sneak attack ability. Athletics, Persuasion, and... more Perception is always good to have. I'm going to go with Use Magic Device, though. Because that's also always good to have. Oh! Yeah, I'm going to grab Intimidating Prowess. That's going to save me a feat later on. So your Physical Might is intimidating to others. Add your Strength modifier to Persuasion skill when used to intimidate checks in addition to your Charisma modifier. That's pretty cool. Alright, then here, I mean, Hideous Laughter is probably thematic. Summon Monster may not be bad either. I'll only get one. Let's do Expeditious Retreat instead. Actually, that might get us into danger. Let's do Hideous Laughter. That's the more thematic option. So a Skald is typically someone that tells story, often through songs. They're like an orator of history. In this case, it's basically the same thing. They're like warrior poets. Alright, Seela gets Lay on Hands and Divine Grace. I'm not going to multi-class her yet. I want her to get some of these defensive abilities first. The Divine Grace, at second level, a Paladin gains a bonus equal to her Charisma bonus, if any, on all saving throws. And Lay on Hands, beginning at second level, a Paladin can heal wounds, her own or those of others, by touch. Each day she can use this ability a number of times equal to half her Paladin level plus her Charisma modifier. With one use of this ability, a Paladin can heal 1d6 hit points of damage for every 2 Paladin levels she possesses. Using this ability is a standard action unless the Paladin targets herself, in which case it is a swift action. Alternatively, a Paladin can use his healing power to deal damage to undead creatures, dealing 1d6 points of damage for every 2 levels the Paladin possesses. Mirrors the first part of the effect. Using Lay on Hands in this way requires a successful melee touch attack, and doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity. Undead do not receive a saving throw against this damage. Why does I wish she has mobility? She does not need persuasion, so I'm going to do knowledge world, and I think trickery. Let me think. Who's going to be my party? I don't think she needs trickery. Might do perception and low religion instead. Yeah, Skald and brown fur transmuter are both like top tier buffers. Alright, Camellia gets a Hex. Ability and Trickery. And of course, the Hex will grab his Ice Plant. This Hex grants a Shaman a +2 natural armor bonus to armor class. This effect leaves the Shaman's skin thick and stiff to the touch. I mean, you just can't beat it. You don't have to activate it, it's just a passive, and it makes her so much more tanky. Then you get the ring from, what's-his-face at the Defender's Heart. So, Lan, I am going to grab level 2 of Zen Archer. I could probably do 4 levels, honestly. I don't need 4 levels, though. But I think... Let me look at the Hunter class real quick. So, Tandem Executioner. I really like this class for Lan. One, because he's a Hunter for his tribe, so the Hunter archetype makes sense. Two, the Tandem Executioner, specifically. Many Hunters rely not on spells, but on rigorous training with their animal companion. He's already a monk, so rigorous training is kind of his forte anyway. So it lines up perfectly. And like I mentioned before, giving him a monitor lizard or centipede animal companion makes a lot of sense because that's what he grew up around in the caves. And now he's not forced to eat them every time he finds them. He's not a starving mongrel from Neathholm. He's a crusader, and I could even see him become a vegetarian because he does bring up you know, vegetables being in the rations for the crusaders. And he's no longer forced to eat everything he comes across. So he can befriend the animals he once had to hunt. I don't think you get an animal... You do get it at level 1. So I'm not in a hurry to grab this. But I can also grab... Also, Sable Company Marine makes a lot of sense for Lan as well. Which I'll explain in the Let's Play when I select that for him. But I will do level 2 of this because we get Way of the Bow. So at 2nd level, Zen Archer gains Weapon Focus as a bonus feat with one type of bow. At 6th level, the Monk gains Weapon Specialization with the same weapon as a bonus feat, and if he does not meet the prerequisites. Oh, another reason I think Lan makes more sense with a short bow than a long bow is as a Monk. I can see him getting closer and using it in melee combat as well. I feel like a short bow would be easier to wield in melee combat than a long bow would be. Zen Archer bonus feat. Zen Archer's bonus feats must be taken from the following list. Combat reflexes, deflect arrows, dodge, point-blank shot, precise shot, and rapid shot. Rapid shot makes no sense. At 6th level, the following feats are added to the list. Improved precise shot, many shot, mobility. Again, many shot doesn't make sense because it doesn't work with flurry of blows. At 10th level, the following feats are added to the list. Improved critical and clustered shot. A monk need not have any of the prerequisites normally required for these feats to select them. Athletics, mobility, and perception. And precise shot. You can shoot or throw ranged weapons at an opponent engaged in melee without taking a standard -4 penalty on your attack roll. Super important. And Way of the Bow, short bow. And Weapon Focus gives you +1 bonus to attack rolls made using the selected weapon. Alright, and Wendwag. Let me look at something real quick. I was thinking about Urban Hunter for her as her multi-class. The description doesn't necessarily make sense, but she does get... Oh, I have it mixed up with another one, I think. Is the Divine Hound that gets, No, it's not. There was a class I thought that gave you favored enemy human. I thought maybe Urban Hunter was that. but maybe it's not. Well, that makes sense. The raptor can read scrolls. It is a clever girl after all. Shoot, now I don't remember which class I was looking at for Wendowag. In my defense, there are a lot of classes. Maybe it was a Slayer one. Maybe the Executioner? Huh. Well, dang. I mean, we still take Fighter. It doesn't matter. She's not going to be in our party much longer anyway. And, I don't know, keeping her Fighter is not a bad idea either. So she uses the throwing axes, and she gets a few benefits from that with the Fighter class. But you don't have to go throwing axes. She's not committed to that yet. But anyway, level 2 of Fighter, a bonus combat feat. At first level and every even level thereafter, the Fighter gains a bonus feat in addition to those gained from normal advancement, meaning that the Fighter gains a feat at every level. These bonus feats must be selected from those listed as combat feats, sometimes also called Fighter bonus feats. In Bravery, starting at 2nd level, a Fighter gains a +1 bonus on will saves against fear. This bonus increases by +1 for every 4 levels beyond 2nd. I do really wish I remembered which one was the I swore it was a hunter class, and I thought it was the urban hunter that gave you the favorite enemy against humans. I could just not level her up yet. Yeah, she leaves our party anyway, so what does it matter? Just gonna make sure she's slotted. Oh man, I forgot to do that in my Let's Play. Slot the spells on her. I even leveled up and then rested. Oh, so it's a ranger subclass I was looking at then. I'll have to go through and see which one it is. I mean, some other classes also get favorite enemy, and I thought it was like a Hunter-Ranger hybrid, but maybe another class with a Ranger hybrid. So right now, my entire party benefits greatly from Inspire Rage.
Mistakes. As it should be.
Rid of that, and reorganize these.
I am prepared.
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
That is not far.
I don't have a short bow, do we? We found one, I sold it. Sorry, I'm sure we'll find one in the shield maze. Yeah, pretty excited. We'll give Lan a monitor lizard, and Scylla will get her mount at paladin level, was it 4 or 5? I think it's 4. It's 5. Now, say about making Camellia an urban hunter, but looking at the description, it doesn't make as much sense as I thought.
Time's not waiting.
I will help where I can.
I know
did
what
I
to
mess
do.
up again?
Well,
I'm all ears. You've crossed the
They
wrong
will break
mongrel.
against our resolve.
I know the way. Ready for anything.
Together, we stand.
Open your heart to me.
You won't
Enemy
survive
approaching.
me.
I'll cut you wide open. The spirits demand your blood.
Follow my lead.
Yeah, didn't Skald, they got, there's a couple new feats that work well with Skalds. Or Bards, or really any Spellcaster. Spellcaster's got a lot of buffs, I think, in the most recent big patch. But still not as exciting as the Titan Fighter. Or Sable Company Marine. Actually, you know what? I wonder... I have an idea for this playthrough. I wonder if the sword from Bladebound, the new Magus class, gets all the buffs from the Inspire Rage and everything too. Once it becomes, I think at level 11, it becomes a companion. I might do that for Woljiv.
That is not far.
This was simple enough.
I could see him having the that blade, and it could be treated almost like an artifact that he stole. I think the new Insider Skald archetype is the best Skald archetype for a few reasons. It gives you, I think it gives you entire party sneak attack. You get sneak attack. It also acts as a taunt with the insult ability with the Inspire Rage. I'm gonna give Sela 1 level of it in this playthrough just for the taunt effect. Well, I won't have many castings of it, of course, but.
Rely on me.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
Meditate on your mistakes. Might make you
Focus
feel
on the
better.
goal.
Save the last one for me.
Actually, what I might do is cast Grease over here instead. It didn't let me. Never mind then.
Calculated risk.
You are today's sacrifice.
Endure
Go for their
this.
hearts.
I'll go ahead.
Yeah, I think before, the base Skald was probably the best one, and then the Insider came out, and the Insider is just significantly better than...
I am helpful, am I not?
the other Skald archetypes, because it doesn't lose anything, really. We kind of like the Battle Sign. The Battle Sign doesn't lose anything besides Bardic Knowledge, which only gets applied to one of your skills, which I've been putting points into for my character. But its special thing, the Battle Prowess, that's what it's called, takes three uses of your Inspire Rage per round that you use it. But it gives everybody teamwork feats.
What a find!
Which can be pretty
I
good,
hope you
but
appreciate this.
usually when you have builds planned out, the teamwork feats are kind of accounted for in it. I don't usually take more than Outflank and maybe Shield Wall.
No reason to pause.
I am prepared. This spell doesn't work like that.
We will win
I know
this
what to
war.
do.
I will help where I can.
You can trust me.
Make every
The
strike
heartbeat
count.
quickens.
Camellia blocked us, we didn't get to finish our charge. I think it... I mean, it's just an insult, so it's just a... I could see Scylla being a good insider, because you're just talking trash while you're fighting enemies. And forcing them to attack you instead of your allies. So I see it as more of like a charming, roguish character. Alright. I think this is the one that gives you a +1 to glaives and stuff, right? Yeah.
Call me again if you need to.
I know the way.
So what I'm going to do is seal this playthrough. She's still going to take 11 levels of Paladin for Mark of Justice. And then I'm going to do 1 level of Insider for the Taunt. And then I think 5 levels of Tower Shield Specialist. So she can use a Tower Shield without the penalty. I'm going to make her just a Taunt tank. Don't know how viable it'll be since I won't have that many uses of her Inspire Rage. And her Inspire Rage, of course, won't stack with my Inspire Rage.
Time's not waiting. Follow my lead.
Now, what is that?
But, oh, it's a fun little theory craft build. Because there wasn't a taunt effect prior to that class.
Ready for anything.
Let me draw the first blood.
Alright, grease it up, guys. Come to us.
I'll cut you wide open.
This should do it.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
The spirits demand your blood.
Yeah, I think Bladebound is a good thematic multi-class for Woljif as well. I also like him going Eldritch Knight or Arcane Trickster. He has a few good, I think, roleplay multi-classes.
Focus on the goal.
I am helpful. Am I
So,
not?
a lot of these chests, I think she would have 100% on
As it
normally,
should
but they
be.
did change it so that armor gives you a penalty on lockpicking or trickery checks that didn't exist before. Also, make note of these portraits here.
I found something.
Not a trap, Scylla.
I am helpful. Am I not?
Do not fear.
Oh, did not see that guy at all.
Waver.
You gonna activate this, or what's up? I know I clicked on it a second time. It's because I didn't want him to keep it turned on.
The light. Take you.
You are today's sacrifice.
What is his armor class? 22. That's pretty good.
That is not far.
I was just gonna grab
Let's
everything.
try this way.
I'll always drop it as I go. At least that, and then that way it'll be dropped in piles.
You won't survive me.
Something over here. I'm guessing it's this guy's body. I can't reach it here.
What do we have here?
Oh, perception check that I missed.
I'll go ahead.
Honestly, the glaive might not be a bad early pickup of my character either. Let's do that, because we get the bonus from that book we read.
I hope you appreciate
So I could take off her armor whenever we do a trickery check, just to get rid of that penalty. But that's tedious. I also have quick saving, quick load, so.
I know the way.
Now what is that?
I am prepared.
A bright future awaits us.
Alright, a few corrupted mongrels. I think they're all on equal footing, so.
Rely
I'll watch
on
your
me.
back.
No mistakes.
Always be ready.
Save the last one
Alpha
for
strike
me.
going. Perfect.
Endure this! Yeah.
No glory without risk.
I was thinking more like Braveheart, but.
What's on your mind?
Let's get some
wonder.
healing done. Come on, give me another +9. Ah, +6. That's okay too.
Follow my lead.
They will break against
Oh,
our
no chance to
resolve.
charge, that's okay.
This will leave a bruise.
Oh wow, 38. Good job, Don McLean.
Go for their hearts!
American Pie and Slaughter. Darts. I remember these guys dropping darts.
Open your heart to me.
You don't know. He could have sung stories of his people's history. Yeah, I need to do that with my Gold Dragon run, because I'm having Ember focus on enchantment on that run.
Time's not waiting.
Alright, so we've got a little fight ahead of us here.
Ready for anything.
Let's grease it up if we can.
Our victory is certain.
Of course it didn't work. Well, I tried.
Make every strike count.
The light take you.
A calculated risk.
I'll cut you wide open.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
One health from her lay on
seen
hands.
that?
Fantastic.
I'll just sit here. Don't worry about me.
This pain is excruciating.
This should do it.
No reason to pause.
I do have this wand. I don't want to use that up yet. Well, actually, the wand's better to use out of combat than the, potions. Potions are better used in combat. In fact, that. Oops. Oh, don't want to overheal. Alright, stay in the green. That should be enough.
As it should be.
Yeah, well, you watched my Warhammer 40k playthrough, Matthew, so the Ofar, it's a good example of a Skald.
I am helpful, am I not?
He battles and sings sagas. Yeah, chain shirt's probably best, because it still gives her the +4 dexterity to armor class.
I'll go ahead.
I think they're in here to the left.
We will
I know
win
what
this
to do.
war.
Yet another obstacle.
The Inheritor, guide my blade. Into the fray.
You crossed the wrong mongrel.
The spirits demand your blood! So this is how it feels.
He was. I think him and Abelard are my favorite companions. Now, I didn't do Heinrich's quest.
Interesting.
So I don't know where he actually lies in full. Oh, why can't I use... Probably because of the armor penalty, right? No, that would make sense. Let me see. She only has +1. That's probably why. Yeah, that's how I view most of the classes and subclasses as well. Which is cool. I'm glad they did that, because it prevents you from having to multi-class. Actually, one of those breastplates is probably an upgrade for her. She has the scale mail on.
Let's try this way.
Oh, it's actually worse than the banded mail. Okay. Oh, that's right. It's the breastplate, not the half plate. There's a fight in here as well. We need to heal up Camellia before I forget.
Together we stand.
That should be good. If I'm not mistaken, there's a corrupted, or, yeah, this guy. The Brute. Lord Inquisitor killed him. So, Lord Inquisitor has a lot of tools, and he's kind of like a rogue trader in power, so... You know, we could take out a bunch of Chaos Space Marines and Space Marines. The Lord Inquisitor can do the same. He said, the description said there's a bunch of plasma burns on the rubble around where the Space Wolves made their last stand. They probably just sat back and blasted him. Plus, they probably didn't know the Lord Inquisitor was going to betray him. Though, I don't know if that's entirely the case, because I think the Baleful Howl was specifically looking for the Lord Inquisitor because they knew what he was doing. Or suspected anyway.
Focus on the goal.
I heed the voice of the spirits. You can trust me.
I will help where I
No
can.
mistakes.
A bright future awaits us.
Time's not waiting.
I'll watch your back.
Do not fear! Do not waver!
Nice, hit him with glitter dust.
This will hurt.
You
Am
won't
I at my
survive
limit?
me.
A calculated
so this
risk.
is how it feels.
This will leave a bruise. I'll just sit here. Don't worry about it.
Endure this!
I'm wounded. This was not part of the plan.
Alright, lands faster, we can kite. Actually, this guy's pretty quick.
Make every strike count. This is not my time yet.
Run faster, land.
This
Oh
was...
no! Yeah, essentially it was the Lord Inquisitor tying up loose ends.
No
I will
mistakes.
help where I can.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
I am prepared.
And things are already pretty, strained between the Inquisition and the Space Wolves anyway. There's an event called the Months of Shame. And if you're interested, I'd recommend looking it up, because it's pretty cool. And humanizes the Space Marines a little bit.
Do not fear! Do not waver!
You've crossed the wrong mountain.
I'll cut you wide open.
Surprised we lost that fight so handily, considering we did, I think Glitter Dust affected 2 out of the 3 we hit over here, including the big guy.
Into the fray! I'll just sit here. Don't worry about me.
Let's try this way.
Spirits demand your
You
blood.
won't survive me.
This guy's not actually down yet.
You are today's sacrifice.
This was not part
Go
of
for
the
their
plan.
hearts. So this is how it feels.
Why are we struggling so bad? I usually don't have as much crowd control as I have in the party. And I'm getting off successfully. I'm just getting unlucky.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
No mistakes.
I'm gonna charge the ranger down.
Focus on the
Rely
goal.
on me.
Let's do this. So charge this guy.
Well,
Ready for anything.
He charges closer.
Time's not waiting.
Together we stand.
I'll watch your back.
Meditate on your mistakes. Might make...
We are the light. They are the darkness.
Alright, we focus on the big guy.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
This'll leave a bruise. No glory without risk!
Yeah, I don't know. Ice Plant is just so much better, I think, at this stage. So I think I do usually take Evil Eye. Maybe that's the difference here anyway.
I'll cut you wide open.
Sorry, we got it in the end.
I'll go ahead.
So 80% chance with the Apprentice Lockpick. We'll take the armor off.
I am helpful, am I not?
Can't hide from me.
Alright, there's the armor Camellia wears throughout all of Act 1 and sometimes in Act 2. How can I identify it? It gives you, I think, +2 armor class against undead. It's really good for the Market Square and the Pataxian Wine Cellar.
I hope you appreciate this.
I know the way.
So we could go try and fight the Water Elemental right now. Might not be the worst idea.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
No reason to pause.
So we're not going to level up again before we get a chance to fight him anyway, so...
You can trust me.
What a find!
Now, Evil Eye does help out a lot against the Water Elemental.
We will win
I
this
hear the
war.
voice of the spirits.
I'm trying to turn that off.
A goat, a lizard, and a human enter a tavern.
I am
What'll it
prepared.
be, lamb? The bartender asks.
Alright, let's look at our other potions real quick. We could enlarge person on Sela. Don't think that's necessary. Bark Skin lasts for a long time anyway, so we can go and use that. Bear's Endurance and Bear's Endurance. Shield of Faith. It's our 26 armor class. Bless, Bull Strength on... Now, I may regret not having these for the upcoming boss fight. We'll probably be okay.
I know what to do.
A quick save again, and
Focus on the goal.
Open your heart to me.
on that.
Ready for anything.
Rage up.
I will help where I can. Rely on me.
Well,
No mistakes.
I'm all ears.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Okay. That was
Time's not waiting.
pretty easy. Didn't have to use both uses of my Inspire Rage there.
As it should be.
Yeah, what he said. Skalds are barbarian bards. Barbarians. Instead of like Inspire Courage and whatnot, they have Inspire Rage, so you apply Rage and Rage-like effects to your entire party. They also get a couple different effects than bards. They get like damage reduction. They also gain access to all the rage powers that barbarians get, but they're applied to the entire party. And after you end the effect, your party's not fatigued like a barbarian would be after they rage.
I'll go ahead.
And at max level, They get Master Skald, so a Skald's inspired rage no longer gives allies a penalty to armor class, nor limits what skills or abilities they can use. So normally when you're rage, you can't cast spells. That's why you have
Always be ready for the worst.
this ability here, accept effect from Inspire Rage, because you turn that off and not be enraged by your ally. There's also a Skald subclass that boosts your intelligence and wisdom. So it's basically a caster Skald. Wrong way.
I know the way.
But the Skalds are really, really good with, I mean, animal companions are already really good, but if you have a bunch of animal companions in a party, you can enrage them and give them all the rage powers as well. So you just have upwards of, what, 12 potential companions with rage and rage effects, and I think summons are affected too.
Our victory is
won't
certain.
Survive me.
So they get pretty silly. Oh wait, that's right. I was concerned about my main character having an animal companion, but since I'm going Azata, I get Ivu anyway, so. I was thinking about giving my main character Bismuth. Also, we decapitated that guy.
The spirits demand your blood.
But we get Ivu.
This
So we
pain
can always give
is
Bismuth to somebody else.
excruciating.
Let's try this way.
Yeah, the Court Poet.
You are today's sacrifice.
Oh, intelligence and charisma, not wisdom. Oh, fair enough.
I am helpful, am I not?
Follow my lead.
Together, we stand.
No. Not going for Falcards. I have a glaive equipped just because I don't want to be on the front line right now. No, I think I'm going to use hand axes and a shield. I'm going for the very, you know, Norse-inspired aesthetic for the Skald. I was using a battle axe before with a shield. In fact, I might go back to that. I dropped the shield somewhere, so never mind. Not going back to it yet. Yeah, I was using the glaive. We also read that book that gives you a +1 to attack and damage rolls with glaives. Like, that's probably good for the early game.
I am prepared.
It did.
No reason to pause.
Save the last one for me.
Endure this! Make every strike count.
This will hurt.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Go for their hearts! Am I at my
I think my
limit?
double sword was at 11? It may have been 15 for my crits. I didn't focus on it that much.
As it should be.
So that was kind of the basis of the build.
A bright future awaits us.
Might be worth resting up. We don't get corruption here, so there's no reason to, Sure. It's alright.
I found...
I know what to
something.
Oh, no enemies in here. Thought they were on that side.
Interesting.
I am helpful, am I not?
I personally like that change because it doesn't make, you know, a single weapon the objectively best choice in the game.
That is not far.
Which, I mean, even if I've never used Gravesinger myself, so it's not like it impacted my playthroughs or anything.
I'll watch your back.
Ready for anything.
Alright, so we got a cleric, I think there's an enemy over here, a cultist, I think one more enemy, a wizard, and a sharpshooter.
I will help where I can.
No mistakes.
So ideally we take out the
You can trust me.
wizard.
I'll cut you wide open.
Hmm? You've crossed
We
the
will be
wrong mountain.
victorious. A calculated risk.
You won't survive
This
me.
should do it.
The spirits demand your blood.
To the fray.
Alright.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
Matricium Turinos. Matricium Turinos.
I mean, it's the early part. I mean, charging enemies down and the in Act 1 is pretty effective. I wouldn't say it's easy. We've had to reload a couple times already.
What's that there?
Open your heart to me. I hope you
I'll go
appreciate
But trash mobs outside of random encounters usually aren't too bad. It's the slightly more elite
Time's
fights
not
that usually
waiting.
get you. Like this one could be problematic, except for we can charge
I am
in
prepared.
Rely on me.
and possibly one-shot the big threat.
I wonder.
I know what to do.
Doubt is the heart's greatest
Heartbeat
challenge.
quickens.
Not quite.
Endure this!
Ouchies, ouchies.
Let's try this one. I know the way.
We will win this
Meditate
war.
on your mistakes. Might make you feel better.
They will break against our resolve.
This will hurt.
Make every strike count.
A calculated risk.
Alright, not too shabby. I feel like this is an odd change to be so far
Not this time. I am helpful.
into
Am I
the
not?
game's life, and they made it so that trickery has that armor penalty now. But you just take off the armor and not worry about it anyway.
Follow my lead.
It's not like people are trying to pick locks in there during combat. They may be traps. I'm usually okay with most changes they make to the game, but that one just seemed a little odd.
Focus on the
They
goal.
could have had like a combat exclusive penalty for
As it should be.
trying to, you know, disarm traps in combat versus
No reason
having
to
the permanent
pause.
armor penalty. Cambions might be a bit of a problem.
Well,
I will help where I can.
No mistakes.
I'm all ears.
We are the light! They are the darkness!
you are today's sacrifice!
Just sit here. Don't worry about me.
Go for their hearts!
This was not part of the plan.
So this is how it
Wow,
feels?
26 damage. Okay. I mean, there's no way I can counter that. I don't care how well you play.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I like core because the... Oh man, it hadn't saved in a while. Because the damage
No
isn't
mistakes.
modified. So everyone does ×1 damage across the board. I think that's the most fair way to play in a, you know, a dice-based system.
I am prepared. Ready for anything.
You don't get you know, bonuses on your damage. Enemies don't get bonuses on their damage. It's equal footing.
I will help where I can.
I know what to do.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
Doubt is the heart's
Save the
greatest
last
challenge.
one for me.
Let's try this way.
Did you see that?
I'll go ahead.
Yeah, I did that. I mean, I'm on core difficulty. The only thing I made harder was the additional enemy behaviors, which I don't know
I
if
know the way.
that's actually harder or not, or if it just makes things a little bit more unpredictable.
Are we in trouble yet? You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
We are the light. They are the darkness.
This will hurt.
So this is
You
how it
won't
feels.
survive me. Endure this!
Yeah, she doesn't have the immunity to it yet. doesn't happen often, but it can.
I am helpful, am I not?
Yeah, well, I mean, because it's supposed to be, you know, the core rule set. But, yeah, I like the, essentially the zeroed out damage.
Time's not waiting.
We will win this war.
What was I doing? Oh, I'm gonna heal. So we're getting one shot. I mean, if we're getting one shot, if we're getting hit for 26 damage, there's nothing I can do anyway. Just gotta...
No mistakes.
Hope for the best in here.
Follow my lead.
Yet another obstacle.
Oh, already aggroed. Alright, well. Fine. Yeah, 13 damage, right? The first hit.
Guide my blade. No glory without risk.
I'll cut you wide open.
Something.
Make every strike count.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of animal companions in this run. I probably should have given Lan... I really want that second level of Zen Archer for the free weapon focus. By giving him that level of Hunter that I want to give him, but giving us an animal companion and a shield maze, which is
I wonder.
really good. Save us a lot of hassle.
As it should be.
I also didn't want to give him an animal companion because I wanted the, you know, the full difficulty experience of the shield maze because it's one of my favorite segments in the game.
Ah, not this time. I hope you appreciate
Also,
this.
quick save before that. So I will save
is
Scum
not
with
far.
the armor penalty in place. Sela, congratulations on the upgrade. Drop that for now. This is the
A bright future
elemental.
awaits us.
I have lingering performance. That's the first feat I got. That doesn't say the Skald Inspire Rage specifically. I haven't actually been paying attention to see if it lasts that long. This should be, what, 2 extra rounds, right? Yeah, for 2 rounds after you cease performing.
I am prepared.
You've crossed the wrong mark.
Should have charged.
They did.
I'll just sit here.
Wow, okay.
Don't worry about me.
You're getting a lot of critical hits.
This pain is excruciating.
And she's dead.
This was not part of the plan.
There's not a lot you can do against that at this stage of the game. I'm not going to grab extra performances to have other feats I want to take for this build.
I know what to do.
I want him to be more than
We
just
will
a
win this
song bot.
war. Ugh. Did I mess up again?
I'll go ahead.
Together, we stand.
I'll watch your back. I'll cut you wide
Ready
open.
for anything.
Are we in Yet another obstacle.
The inheritor, guide my
Alright, Camellia,
blade.
The spirits
do something
demand your
useful,
blood.
please.
You are today's sacrifice.
My
Go
gosh.
for their hearts. I'll cut you wide open.
Yeah, Leopard and Smilodon, they actually nerfed Smilodon a little bit in the last patch, because you used to get 5 attacks to Smilodon right out the gate, but now it's only the 3, and the extra 2 don't come till later. But they're bleed attacks, so... arguably stronger later down the road, but weaker early on. Another Cambion fight up ahead, too.
What is that? I am helpful.
Follow
am I
my
not?
lead.
Quick save.
Focus on the goal.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
Oh, I double clicked that. I meant to click it once. That's alright.
Rely on me.
I need to concentrate. Becoming distracted leads to becoming...
Crossed the wrong mongrel. They did.
The spirits demand your blood. You are today's sacrifice.
Did you see
Go for
that?
their hearts.
Dogs, wolves, the monitor lizard gets a trip attack now too with its... No, the centipede gets a trip attack with its tail. Unfortunately, the monitor lizard has that poison attack, but it can't get ascendant element, so... Or the, not ascendant element, the one that lets you overcome poison. Who's this room? So yellow, blue, red, yellow.
I hope you appreciate this.
Yeah, any animal companion is fantastic early on, especially... Animal companions are essentially regular companions anyway, with how strong they are. But especially early on, because you don't have access to all your spells and special abilities that you get with your class. So it's just an extra body on the field. I mean, because my very first playthrough was an absolute breeze. I don't think I went down once. I think there was 2 times I had to reload throughout the entire playthrough.
As it should be. That is not
Do we ever
far.
find a short bow? Because Land's actually taking a penalty here without a short bow. A crossbow, but no short bow. You have an extra +1 to his attacks, but if we had a short bow equipped on him. Yeah, there's quite a few. So, druids, hunters, cavaliers, Sable Company Marine, one of the ranger classes. The other ranger classes don't get it until level 4. If you're a cleric with the animal domain, you get an animal companion. That might be all the ones that start at level 1. Then, like, paladins get at level 5, rangers get at level 4. Does some druids not get it to level 4 as well? Second Hunt's Master, yeah. Mad Dog, was it one of the monks, the mounted monk. Arcane Rider Magus. I'm sure there's more I can't think of at the very moment. There's a lot of classes to kind of sift through in your head. Oops.
What do we have here? Open your heart to me. I am helpful, am I not?
I am prepared.
You won't survive me.
Alright, charge this guy. Charge this guy.
I know what to do.
Charge
this spell doesn't
this guy.
work like that.
Attack this guy.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Let's try this way. This will hurt. Follow my lead.
It's funny, the fights we struggled with weren't actually the wasn't the difficult fight in this area. It wasn't the water elemental. Which is usually the case, actually. It's not the boss fights that get you, it's the... There are a couple boss fights that will get you. But it's the elite mobs, the brawler mongrels or whatever they're called.
That is not far.
I don't remember if we have a chance to buff up if we actually go down, so let's get some things out and about. Enlarge person. Large person. Blur my main character just to be safe. Shred has natural armor, so natural armor on him. Protection from evil. Protection from evil. Protection from chaos. Potion of haste on my main character. Fine, I won't eat that yet. Shield of faith. Not directly parallel. I'm gonna get well out of my paladin run in this run. Now, the paladin run is a proper let's play. Or actually, take my time. I'm thorough. I read everything. This is more... I want to experience all the mythic paths, so I'm streaming several of my runs. Well, most of them. So I can experience it all without it taking the rest of my life to do. What MP? Not sure what MP means. Thinking magic points. Oh, Angel. I think I might do a Let's Play for Lich as well, because Lich is one of the mythic paths I was most excited for. Legend, Angel, and Lich were like the big three for me. I mean, Angel wasn't like really standout, it's just I didn't see a better one for my Paladin. Now, I was obviously going to play a Paladin at some point. I should have enlarged land as well.
Our victory is certain.
The light take you!
I'll cut you wide open!
Endure
The
this!
spirits demand your blood!
A calculated risk.
You are today's sacrifice!
Make every strike count!
Just sit here. Don't worry about me.
Alright, one big hit.
This should do it.
Go for their hearts!
Why am I so weak?
I'll cut you wide open!
The first run is best, just go with the flow and see what feels best.
The spirits demand your blood!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Let's try this way.
Into...
Son of a gun. Be a rough run, isn't it?
This will hurt.
Only death can
Man, buddy, do
stop
something.
me.
Won't survive me.
You are today's sacrifice!
I'm getting bullied right now.
A calculated risk. I'm wounded.
Well, are you going to finish me off? It's not exactly unexpected.
Yeah, I think Trickster is my least favorite, and which I expected as well.
What else are we supposed to do with you? You're not just a traitor, you're a monster. The young ones believed you, and you lured them to a demon and watched them eat human flesh.
I was trying to make them strong. What have you done for them? What were you doing while I was looking for ways to bring strength to our tribe? You're useless, Lan.
I led by example. I trained. I tried to become stronger so I could go to the surface and maybe do something worthwhile with my stupidly short life. And I will do it. I might be the one to bring our whole tribe to the surface. But you? Why would you want any power that turns you into a monster? These young guys and girls, they trusted you. And they were turned into mindless animals, ready to eat corpses at a demon's command.
Excuse me, Maru. Gotta get back to my mouse.
I went through the same ritual as them, and I didn't become an animal. I conquered my anger. The anger that has been building and building in every one of us for decades. Unlike you, I have no intention of just lying down and politely accepting death. I will rise above all
Careful,
this,
bud.
while you'll still be stuck with your pride, chewing on rats.
Inspect the wound on your chest.
It's gone. It was just there, and now it's gone. It's gotta be some kind of demonic trickery. You need to have a cleric look at that.
If he had been marked by the Abyss, do you think some nobody priests will be able to help? No, the demons have branded this Uplander. And judging by the smell of his blood pouring from his chest, the demons will be able to find him wherever he goes. And they'll find you too, Lan.
So you've been serving Savimelech this whole time?
Better to serve a strong master than to eke out an existence in a dark hole with no hope. I am of the Neithers. Our lives are short, but we are hardier than humans. I realized a long time ago that I was capable of more than this life offered, and I follow whomever is the strongest.
I thought you were better than that. I thought you were proud of your heritage, but you're willing to crawl on your belly before anyone who's even a little bit stronger than you. You're not a mongrel. You're a cave slug. You have no understanding of the meaning of family or tribe.
I'm romancing my Gold Dragon playthrough.
Oh, so now you think you know everything about me. You're one of the best hunters in the tribe. It benefited me to ingratiate myself with you. So I acted in a way that pleased you.
Why didn't you try to stop us from going inside the maze? You knew it might uncover your secret.
Savimelech is always in need of new servants. You'd make as good a servant as anyone else, and then... once you've gone missing in the maze, not even the redoubtable Lan would have dared look for you.
But then why did you come with me to look for the sword?
So I could kill you quietly if you found it and stop you taking it to the village, you idiot. I would have told everyone that you got caught in a cave-in. But then the Uplanders showed up and I had to change my plans.
You said you went through the same ritual. Does that mean you ate human flesh too? It's actually Aasimar flesh.
Yes. Hosilla found me in the caves. I was lost and hungry. And she offered me a choice. Die as a nobody, or live, and gain the power to change everything. Savimelech tore off a piece of an Aasimar priestess's thigh. A big, juicy piece. More meat than I'd ever received in the tribe. That was the first time I knew what it was like to be happy. To have a full belly. I swore to myself that it would always be that way. Then the madness and rage took over. I came very close to turning into an animal, no better than the weaklings you saw in the maze. But I am strong. I mastered myself. I brought myself under control. I fell so that I could rise again.
You should have chosen death. Dying's better than living like that.
You're saying I should have died that day, Lan. But then who would have listened to your feeble jokes? Who would have showed you the best caves for hunting? Who would have made you a man?
Feeble jokes. Lan's pretty funny.
I would have been fine without all that. And without you. Your death will make the world a slightly better place, Wenduog.
What did your service to Hosilla entail?
It was simple. I lured those I deemed worthy into the maze. To the rest, I told stories of the horrors of the maze, making them stay away. It all hung in the balance when the cave walls shuttered, and many of the young ones decided that the time of their great exodus had come. I had no doubt that Hosilla would dispatch a dozen young Neithers easily. But what would become of the maze if all the tribes poured in? So when Lan ran off looking for the Angel's sword, I went after him. Not to help him, but to make sure that the sword never reached Neithholm. It's a pity that you got involved and stopped me from killing him. But then again, the evening gong has not yet been struck.
You sicken me.
Alright, you won't betray anyone again. Attack.
You're all bark and no bite. Farewell, Uplander. Next time I won't spare you.
Okay. This is a little awkward.
She's gone.
Man, skip the cutscene
But
there.
next time, she won't get away. Damn it, Wendu. Why do you have to go and... Anyway, there's no point crying over spilt milk. Give me a couple of minutes. I'll bring the chief and the rest. I need to clear my head.
Alright, so we're at what? 3 reloads, I think?
This
Alright,
should
let's
do
grab
it.
some loot. We'll start using Marching Terror.
Meditate on your mistakes. Might make you feel better.
Also, Sela's back alive. That's convenient. Okay. I didn't realize that they just get revived here, so that's pretty cool. So we go here, we grab all this stuff, we can go sell it to Dyra. Head upstairs. If you collect all, it's going to send you to the next area. You can't sell it to Dyra. You kind of have to lug it around and drop it in the next area in the Great Garrison. So this is the more efficient route.
I'll go ahead.
Despite how it looks. Yeah, then rest. I haven't done that before. I don't think I've ever rested in the Shield Maze before. Maybe my last playthrough with the Gold Dragon. I just never thought to. Turns out you can without penalty. It's pretty awesome. It doesn't impact the time limit, I think, once you start Act 1 proper. I might drop some money to buy a, Actually, isn't this better than Radiance? I think it is. Radiance is just a cold iron, right? It's not a masterwork. Oh, it is a cold iron masterwork. Okay. I wouldn't mind having a short bow for Lan. That +1 to attack. It's only 32 gold. Yeah, +7, +7. Pretty big deal when it's 2 attacks. Also, we can give him these bracers. Forgot to do that too. Is there anything else that I want from Dyra? I could grab thick pads. I don't... Honestly, this would have been pretty good. Since we took many critical hits. We took one from the Earth Elemental, and there was, I think, 1 or 2 from the Cambions.
You know, I hope this war at least teaches you how to talk to get along with your comrades in arms. I think we've got a decent party here, and you could find yourself some friends.
I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to kill. Save the last one for me.
Okay, bad time to ambush me. I've got backup. It's just the one guy? Did he get left behind by all of his buddies? So now he's got to fight My party and the Mongrels?
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Oh, that poor guy. Like, you know what? Now's the perfect time to strike. We can keep resting up and healing up. No harm in it. Oh, never mind. That we just had to finish our rest. Alright. The Great Garrison.
I know the way. No mistakes.
Oh, are they? Let me go see what she has. I don't normally look at scrolls this early on. I usually just buy the scrolls that I need for specific fights. I don't need Bless, I don't need Doom. Grease could come in handy. I don't think it's necessary though. Yeah, I don't need to buy any of these. They are cheap though. So that's just gonna buy them. Worst case scenario, I just don't ever use them. But yeah, I usually only buy the Death Ward. Need a Resist Fire Communal. Need 6 Death Wards. I think that's all I end up buying, right? Maybe Protection from Chaos Communal. Or Protection from Evil Communal. Both those come in handy as well. Yeah, but you usually find a Grease Scroll before that
While
point.
the survivors wander the dungeons, the battle on the surface rages on. The warriors of Canabris are trying to defend the Wardstone, but their strength is flagging. Their resistance is valiant, yet it will all be in vain if no one rises up to turn the tide.
We rose up from the caves beneath the Canabras, so time to turn the tide.
As it should be. Time's not waiting.
Alright, I'm actually going to call the stream here, and next time we'll knock out the Great Garrison and make our way to the Defender's Heart, and continue through Act 1 proper. I'm going to try, I always gotta try to keep track of my reloads. I usually end up losing count. But we're currently at 3, I think. It was 2 for that one fight, and then 1 for the Earth Elementals. So I knew I messed up with the Earth Elementals, but I didn't charge the first time we tried. Alright, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Stay safe, stay classy. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I've got to make all my saves. That should be enough. And I might actually delete some of my old ones. I don't think I need all of these. Or these for that matter. I have the one in Threshold. That should be all I really need. Maybe keep these, keep the one at the beginning. Let's go do that. Those should be the only 2 that I ever need for that run. This one's still in effect, yeah. Alright. I should be all set. Alright, take care everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. In fact, I can stream all next week. I should be able to anyway.